Lucinda packed her only other dress and put the hairbrush in her carpet bag, but left her mother's bottle of perfume. When she closed the bag, her glance fell onto the mirror shard on her mother's dresser. A customer had broken the mirror some months ago, but Lily didn't have the money to replace it. Outside, horses raced by the brothel and riders shouted, trying to win the Thanksgiving contest. She knew many of the riders. More than just a few were regular customers, and she had always envied the freedom that being men gave them. No one ever spoke ill of them for visiting the brothel. No one criticized them for racing horses or doing whatever else they wanted. A girl alone won't get very far. Kate's words echoed through her mind. She knew Kate was right. What options did she have for survival? She couldn't read or write and had no talent for needlework. The one thing she was good at was taking care of the 2 horses Kate kept in the town's livery stable. But no one would hire a girl to work in a stable. Stable boys were just that, boys. A girl alone. She trailed her hands through her long black tresses. Years ago, some of the younger prostitutes had oohed and awed over them, combing Lucinda's hair as if she were a doll. While she had liked the attention, she'd never been that fond of her long hair. What if... She gathered her hair behind her head and stared at herself in the broken mirror. Not allowing herself time to reconsider, she picked up a pair of scissors. Black locks fell onto the dresser, and she imagined stripping off the grief, anger, and shame of her past with them. When she was done, she wiped the strands of hair away from the mirror and stared at the thin, pale boy looking back at her. She touched the bare skin of her neck and slid her palms down her still flat chest. Could this really work? Would she be able to make people believe she was a boy? She tried a male pose. Her thumbs stuck in imaginary vest pockets, but it looked out of place since she was wearing a dress. Another idea came to her and made her smile. When she looked down, the boy in the mirror answered with a grin of his own. She opened her mother's trunk. Beneath half-empty bottles of whiskey, she found a man's shirt and pants. One of her mother's customers had liked for Lily to dress up as a boy. After slipping her dress over her head, she stepped into the pants, pulled them up, and rolled up the 2 long pant legs. The waistband was too loose, so she was grateful for the suspenders that held the pants in place on her narrow hips. The shirt was too wide at the shoulders, but it would conceal whatever female form she had. She glanced in the mirror again, blinked, and shook her head at her image. This is me! It felt as if she were seeing herself for the first time. Her gaze swept through the room, taking it all in one last time. Then she picked up her bag, turned, and strode away. The door opened just as Lucinda wanted to give up knocking. A sleepy Rose, wrapped in a short dressing gown, blinked at her